Ultimate Fighter Finale Live. Tomorrow night, live from the floor at the Palms, it is our Ultimate Fighter Live fight. The Prelim no-nonsense rebuilder, allies, protest, and the relentless wrestler, Michael Fiesta. Also in our 5-round main event, it's a matchup of welterweight contenders. There's more than a hit-hand which will put an end to the 6-fight winning streak of Jake with Juggernaut Ellenberg. And now, the official weigh for the Ultimate.
What's up, Las Vegas? Good to be back at the Palms. It is the Ultimate Fighter Finale Live weigh-ins. Our Octagon girls, Ariane Celeste, Brittany Palmer, UFC President Dana White is in the building. Our matchmaker is Joe Silva and the inimitable Burt Watson. Let's get it going. Our first fight, you can see it on Facebook in the Bantamweight division. John Prince Albert versus Eric Pollito Perez. First fighter to the scale is Eric Perez. For Eric Perez and his opponent, John Prince Albert. $136 for John Albert. That is your opening bout of the evening, John Albert and Eric Perez. All right, now we get to the Ultimate Fighter Finale Live prelims beginning at 7 Eastern on Fuel TV. Our first bout in the lightweight division, Joe Proctor and Jeremy Larson. First fighter to the scale, Jeremy Larson. $155 for Jeremy Larson and his opponent, Joe Proctor. $156 for Joe Proctor. That fight is yours on Fuel TV, Jeremy Larson and Joe Proctor. Our next bout also in the lightweight division, Cristiano Marcelo versus Sam Sicilia. First fighter to the scale, Sam Sicilia. $155 for Sam Sicilia. And his opponent, Cristiano Marcelo. $156 for Cristiano Marcelo. Our next bout in the lightweight division, Miles Jury versus Chris Saunders. First fighter to the scale is Chris Saunders. $156 for Chris Saunders. And his opponent also making his UFC debut, the undefeated Miles Jury. $155 for Miles Jury. Prelim on Fuel TV, also in the lightweight division, Darren Detroit Superstar Crookshank versus Chris Bad Boy Tickle. First fighter to the scale, Chris Tickle. $154 for Chris Tickle. And his opponent, Darren Crookshank. $155 for Darren Crookshank. All right, now we get to the main card for the Ultimate Fighter finale live on FX beginning at 9 Eastern. Our first bout in the lightweight division, Justin, the American Kid Lawrence versus John Cofer. First fighter to the scale is John Cofer. $155 for John Cofer. And his opponent, the #1 overall pick on the Ultimate Fighter Live, Justin Lawrence.
155.
155 for Justin Lawrence. That is your first bout on the main card on FX. Justin Lawrence and John Cofer. All right, our next bout in the featherweight division, Max Blessed Holloway versus Pat Thrilling Schilling. First fighter to the scale is Pat Schilling.
$145.
145 for Pat Schilling and his opponent, Max Holloway. $145 for Max Holloway. All right, our next bout also in the featherweight division, Jonathan Brookins and Charles Du Bronx Oliveira. First fighter to the scale, Charles Oliveira. $144 for Charles Oliveira. And his opponent, the Ultimate Fighter Season 12 winner, Jonathan Brookins. $146 for Jonathan Brookins. All right, our next fight is the Ultimate Fighter Live Final in the lightweight division. Michael Maverick Chiesa versus Al Iaquinta. First fighter to the scale is Al Iaquinta. $155 for Al Iaquinta and his opponent, Michael Chiesa. $156 for Michael Chiesa. One man walks away as the Ultimate Fighter. How about a hand? Al Iaquinta and Michael Chiesa. All right, we now take a look at the headliners for tomorrow's main event on FX.
The only reason why I fight is to become world champ.
I'll beat anybody I have to in the UFC to get my title fight. And tonight it starts with Martin Kampmann.
Nice knee. He's after looking to finish. It's over. The biggest victory of his professional fighting life.
Jake's on a great win streak, but I'm here to fight a smart fight. He's got plenty of holes in his game. I'm going to put the hurt on him and pick him apart with my boxing, use my footwork, use my speed. Tonight I'm going to knock him out or I'm going to submit him. Either way, I'm here to finish the fight. It's not going the distance.
And that just shows you how well-rounded Kampmann is.
You can never count me out of a fight. I'm going to be there for the full 5 rounds. If you make a mistake, I'm going to take that opportunity. I'm going to finish you.
Kampmann has a guillotine choke that's very tight on Jack Elder.
I've won submission tonight. I won fight tonight. I would love to win knockout tonight and knock out Jake Ellenberger's ass.
Martin Kampmann wants to stand toe-to-toe, you know, I welcome it.
Oh, big shot by Ellenberger.
I think he's going to be backing up a lot and circling away from me, but it's not that big in there, you know. I'm going to find him, and I'm going to put him away.
It is all over! Jake Ellenberger!
It is our 5-round main event in the welterweight division. Jake Ellenberger and this man, Martin the Hitman Kampmann. $170 for the UFC veteran Martin Kampmann. And his opponent, Jake the Juggernaut Ellenberger. $171 for Jake Ellenberger. And that is your main event on FX, Jake Ellenberger and Martin Kampmann. All right, if you are watching us on Fuel TV, stay tuned for a special announcement from UFC President Dana White. Stay with us. All right, thank you, Karen. We are here, as promised, with UFC President Dana White, who has a special announcement.
So this is the last time I'm ever going to tell this story. I promised to the gentleman that that will be coming out here in a minute. But about 8 years ago, I went on vacation back to Boston. And I wanted nothing to do with fighting. I just wanted to relax and hang out. And then I found out there was a fight going on that weekend. And the only reason I went to this fight is because a guy named Drew Fickett, who we were looking at for season 1 of The Ultimate Fighter, was going to fight in it. I went to watch the fight, and he fought a guy with a record of 2-1 who was much smaller than him. And when the fight was over, I thought that that guy had actually won the fight. Went back to the locker room. I talked to him. I said, we got this new reality show coming out called The Ultimate Fighter. I'd like you to come try out for it. Well, not only did he try out, he made it. And from there, he actually made it to the finals of season 1 of The Ultimate Fighter. From there, he went on to compete in 4 different weight classes, fought for 3 world titles, and won 9 of his last 12 fights in the UFC. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to announce the retirement of Kenny Florian.
Kenny Florian. I was a chubby 185. My next weight class was at welterweight.
Amazing how much different Florian looks
155.
from when he was on The Ultimate Fighter competing at 185.
Featherweight debut at 145.
Kenny Florian has finished the second most UFC fights by submission in the history of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Florian has submitted Joe Stevenson!
Guys, don't turn your back on me. Not a good idea.
Florian looking to finish here in round number 1. Gotta watch the elbows of Kenny Florian.
You have to be smart. You have to fight with your brain.
This might be over. Kenny Florian looking to finish. It is all over! And now he is looking to finish. I finished fights!
He actually came out on TV and said, I'm coming in here and I'm finishing people. And that's exactly what he did.
Florian treating this business of fighting like a science, a warrior spirit, and tonight, a farewell to the octagon.
So had I not met him that night in Boston, who knows if he ever would have gotten to the UFC, or, you know, maybe it would have happened a lot later, but thank God it did. He's been an amazing fighter, an amazing ambassador for this sport and for this company, and now going on to bigger and better things as a commentator. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kenny Florian.
All right, thank you very much, Dana. Wow. All right, so I think first off here on behalf of all of the UFC fans worldwide, thank you for everything that you put forth for us in terms of your performances. You were a great ambassador for the UFC and will continue to be. Congratulations on a fine career.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much. You know, I don't know what I would have done if Dana wasn't there. You know, I was at the right place at the right time, and all I wanted really to do at that time was just become a martial artist full time, you know, and it wasn't until after The Ultimate Fighter that really decided that I wanted to be a pro fighter, and I'm just so thankful to the UFC and everybody here at Zuffa for everything they've done. You know, it's crazy. Fighting found me, and I'm a much better person because of it. Everything. I'm happy.
Yeah, we all love Kenny, right? All right, so how long have you been grappling with this decision to ultimately hang up the gloves for good?
You know, I've dealt with injuries in the past, and you know, back in November I was back into training and hurt my back working out, and just hasn't quite been the same, you know. So been dealing with it, been trying to get back and doing rehab and things like that, and a few weeks ago kind of re-injured it again, and so it's been tough, man. You know, just haven't been able to train, and I've always been that person. I don't want to do anything, you know, half-assed. Always, if I'm going to train for a fight, or I'm going to be trained doing what I'm doing, I want to be able to do it 100%. And you know, if I'm not able to do those things, then I can't really do it. So it's been several months. It's been very, very hard. You know, your identity becomes what you do, and it's been tough.
So your UFC legacy is certainly a long one. The only fighter to compete in 4 different weight classes. Dana mentioned the 3 title fights, 7 rear naked chokes in the UFC, one of the highest finishing percentages we will probably ever see in the Ultimate Fighting Championship. What is your crowning achievement? What is maybe the fight or fights that you'll look back upon, you know, with pride?
I don't know. You know, I was very critical of myself every time I fought, but there's so many great moments, you know, even in losses and things that I remember, and just it's hard, but maybe I don't know. It's hard to pinpoint one
Joe
moment.
Stevenson, UFC 91, co-main. I mean, come on.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of great moments. That was definitely one of them. But you know, I miss really just being able to train and getting ready, having these butterflies before the weigh-ins or before going out to fight. Just an amazing feeling, and it's hard to pick one.
All right. So as you transition to life after fighting, what are you going to be doing?
You know, I'm so thankful that I'm able to do commentary and do shows like UFC Tonight and do things like that here for the UFC and for Fuel and Fox, and so I'm definitely going to be busy doing stuff on TV for this sport, and going to be coaching. I live out in LA now, so I'm opening up a gym out in the LA area at some point soon. Have my gym back in Boston. Going to be getting a blog going. I'm just real passionate about health and nutrition, and hopefully be trying to push that as well.
All right, well, it's an honor to call fights with you. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, the UFC veteran, Kenny Florian. All right, that's going to do it from here in Las Vegas. We send it back to Karen Bryant and Sugar Rashad Evans in L.A.